Hey DM crafters, welcome to the DM's Craft. I'm DM Scotty, good to have you. Today we're going to make some mine cars to give flavor to a mine encounter. I made a couple cars. I made a few regular cars, and I also made a wreck car, which is a nice little cover element for your battles. And at the end I'm going to feature some tracks, some easy tracks that I made to lay in the mine also. So let's go to the table and I'll show you what I came up with. Here I have the pieces of my mine cart, and I've got a bottom, and I wanted to make it big enough so I could have a couple figures fit in it. So I did a little over 2 inches, and then I did the 2 sides and the front and the back. So now I'll just glue those on with hot glue and it'll be good to go. All right, so I have the body of my car done, and you can see you can fit the couple figures in there. Now I could have made these walls a little higher, or the sides of the car a little higher. I didn't want to because you always want to keep playability in mind. This is probably a little bit bigger than an actual car would be, but like I say, let's keep some playability in mind and make it so that a couple figures can fit in there. So now I'm going to move on to adding some banding on the cart. For the top here, I'm going to do something a little different than I've done before. I'm just going to use some matchsticks, and I'll just measure and then take my scissors. I'm just going to cut that off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hot glue gun and then just, this is a thin cardboard, so this matchstick is the same width. And I'll just pop that on there. So that looks pretty nice. So what I'll do is I'll do the rest of these, and then we'll come back and do some banding. So hey guys, I wanted to show you this before I painted it. So here is my mine car, and you can see here I'll grab a couple figures and put them in there. So it's got enough room for 2 figures. So it's a little longer than 2 inches long, and the walls of the car are about 3/4 of an inch tall, and then so that's the height and width of it. I did a few details I wanted to talk about. One was I put some flocking in there to. This was a mine car, so I thought it'd be fun to do a little bit of that. Just didn't fill it up, but just put a little bit. And then I also ringed the top of the car to cover the corrugation with these matchsticks. So that was kind of a nice solution. I also used cardstock to do banding on the corners and the top there, and that'll be more apparent when I paint it. And as you can see, I put some wheels on by using washers. Let me grab those to show you. So here's the size of the washer. Depending on what size car you want to do, you could use bigger washers or smaller. And then I used tack nails to attach the wheel. So I took the wheel and I put the tack nail through it, and then stuck it in, glued it into with the glue gun, glued it into the corrugation of the cardboard on the bottom part of the car here. I also used tack nails for the stops in the front and back, so I thought that'd be kind of fun. So they're a nice little easy to make mining car. I also did a little thing here I want to show you. I made one that was damaged. Let me put that in there. And so I had the wheel bent. I put some banding on the bottom, which I didn't do on the other cars because I was going to have this tipped over on the side. And then I basically just, when I made it, I cut some out from the wall, or the walls of the cart, before I glued them down, so I could simulate that the car had been wrecked. So that's a nice little technique. You can use that for cover, just a prop in your mine. So there, I wanted to show you those before I painted them up. Now I'll paint them up and give you a peek at them, what they look like when they have paint on them. Here's the finished minecart, and I think we have some really nice detail on it. As you can see, I painted it with the gunmetal paint to give it that metallic look. Gives it a nice uniform look. I also painted some streaks on it, like it was some rust or some corrosion on the car. I added a little bit of brown to it too, to give it a rusty color. I also added a little bit of ore in the car. You put some flocking in there, not too much, but just to give it a little interesting look inside. So that's the basic car. Now I want to show you another one I did that I talked about in the construction, was the damaged car. So I'll put that on the table for you now. Here's my damaged car, and I think it came out quite nice. So I did the same technique. I painted it with the gunmetal, then added some rust to it and some streaks. I also added some look where it looks like damage. So I kind of used a little bit of glue gun texture on that to give it some of that look like it smashed into something. I'll turn that around. You also notice that I put a base on it, so just to keep it sturdy, not from falling over. And you can see I've got some rubble inside like the other one, and nice little hideout there. So a character could hide behind it, or enemies could lurk back here and shoot at the characters while they've got hard cover from that cart. So really nice little detail for a mine that your characters might explore. So there we go. And I want to show you one more thing. So hey guys, here's some track sections I wanted to show you that I did. These look pretty complicated, but they're really easy to make. Basically the track itself are just matchsticks lined up end to end. Now I made sure I ran them parallel. The trestles themselves are just broken up stir sticks, coffee stir sticks. You could also use craft sticks for that. I just put it on a base of thin cardboard. I used a little bit of glue gun to give it a texture, and then some flocking on it with the construction sand to give it a little bit of added texture. And you can see you can make sections like this, or you could do like broken sections, which you could use for difficult terrain or anything like that. I also made it, when I created this track section, that the car can sit on the track, so it can move, actually stay on the track. So that's kind of a cool little feature there too, if you want to have that in your mine. Now the modularness of these tracks makes it great, because I can use these in other mine projects, and just, they're not glued to the tile, so I can just lay it in the tile, and there we go. I have my mine tracks. So there we go, the mine cart and tracks. And I hope you enjoyed this vid, and I'll see you next time for more DM's Craft. Hey guys, if you're really digging these videos and would like some more information or to talk to other crafters, look at the link below in the description, and you can join my forum on the DM's Craft. We'd love to have you, and I'll see you there.